Okay, good evening. I'm standing in front of the place I'm staying now. It's called Tree Woods in Cebu, and I want to give you a tour around. Then I'm gonna have a little talk with you as well. So it's been a bit of it's the 11th of December, a day before my birthday, and it's been a bit of a rainy day. I hope it doesn't last tomorrow. So I'm gonna take you around here, show you the amenities, show you my room, and talk to you from my room. So there's an entranceway here. It's got barriers. You've got to use your card to get in. This is normally a bit more lit up than this, the Christmas lights. But because of the rain, I don't think they've put the main lights on. It's about, I don't know how many floors. I think there was 18 floors on the lift. So there must be 18 floors here. And the first thing here is there's a little shop. I don't know what they're doing next to it. Got to walk around these puddles. Don't know what that's going to be. So there's a little shop here where you can buy all your basic stuff. Yeah, mostly your everyday stuff. There's a nice Christmas tree here. A very slim Santa. Hello.
Welcome to Tree Woods.
Thank you. So this is the reception area. So there's like a nativity scene over there. There's a lady who she works here at night. There's 4 banks of lifts. There's 2 lifts on this side and 2 lifts on the other side. Don't know where we'll go to. We'll go to the apartment first. So there's never anyone in these lifts. Open straight away. Oh, there's a hall here where people are doing, I don't know, they're practicing for some sort of thing. That was good. They're doing some dancing in there. So I'm on the 12th floor. Right, will I switch you off? I might as well show my face. Been here about a week now, and I've really enjoyed it. It's a really quality place. It's similar to the place I had in Mactan, but there's no beach here, and the pool area is very different, as you're going to see. Right. So this is the 12th floor left wing. We were the only ones staying here in this, with all these rooms here. We were the only ones here, and there's one more person here. Right, so you've got to use your card, and you put your card in this thing, then everything goes on. So it's a lived-in condo, so it's not going to look the greatest, not from the day we walked in. But everything is pretty new here. There's a microwave, brand new, rice cooker, all of the quality cooking materials. Yeah, everything is really, yeah, they've just bought everything here. So this is the entranceway. This is a lovely new fridge as well. There's a water dispenser there. Lots of storage up here. Overhead smoke. I forget what they call them. So this is really, really nice. There's storage there, and you can put your stuff on hangers there. And overhead storage there. We can put cases. Plugs right next to the bed. There's power points all over the place here. So it's really, you can charge your phone and keep it next to you. There's a mountain view. There was two choices of views, mountains or garden view, but they're doing all that work next to this place. They're building a sports centre. So I just thought I'd have a mountain view, which is really nice. You can see the sunset over the mountain. It was a nice one tonight. And TV there. It's a smart TV. It's got YouTube, but I haven't got the Netflix. So phone, you can phone down to the reception. Now I am going to put you on hold, and I'm going to show you the facilities. Bathrooms, your normal bathroom, they're all about the same, but this is nice. It's got a rain shower. It's separate. There's a door there, and I like the storage underneath the sink, and there's quite a lot of space above it for all your stuff. So it's a very much a quality place for a very good amount of money. Right, this is what you see when you get out of the lift. First I'll show you the pool, which never anyone here. It's basically like being in a spa. Very relaxing place. And been here, I mostly come here after gym and in the evenings. It's cold but once you get in, once you've got your shoulders down for a couple of minutes, it's really nice. And there's changing rooms here, men's and women's changing room with a shower. I don't actually have to shower in my room, so it save me water. So because I have to pay extra here for water and electricity. Internet it comes including the internet. Oh, I've done that wrong. That door's a bit dodgy. So there is a school here on this floor. So Pila Education. So it's a school, and people come here and they study, and you can see them in the mornings, but they're pretty quiet. But they can stay here. I've got dormitories for them as well, and they're really, really cheap, the dormitories. That you're sharing a room, basically, but I don't think they get to use any of the facilities from this place. So this is like a lounge area. There's a TV there that you can use. You can sit down and watch TV here. Here's a gym here. There's someone doing a workout. I'm going to just quickly go there. The lights are out. So this is where I come every morning. So it's just nice. They've got a TV here, so you can follow along with routines. Got all the normal running machines, weights, but they all work really well. We've got cycling machine, a couple of cross trainers there, and you can see where they're building this multi-purpose hall over there. Oh, there, the lights are on there. They put the Christmas lights on. Why weren't they on when I was doing the filming? Oh, I've got one more thing to show you. One more thing to show you. Because of the weather, I don't know how nice this is going to look. So you can just, you don't have to hire it. You don't hire it. Just get table tennis balls, or you get your pool balls from downstairs. Come up here, and I played on my own the other day. So on every floor they've got like a seating area as well. There's loads of seating areas here. Now I've got to get up to the 3rd floor. I'll go up the stairs. This is what they call a smoking area. I haven't got the seats. They haven't got the things on the seats because of the weather. There's usually covers on the seats. So it's a lovely area. You can sit down and chill. You're surrounded by big blocks of flats, but as far as value is concerned and quality, this has been the best one really I've seen. Over the road is a place called Stay City. I didn't do that on video because the man there was on his day off and he was in shorts, and he's the manager and he's not supposed to be in shorts. So I didn't bother doing that one. But that is probably better than this, and it's cheaper, but no gym and no pool. And I think the gym is important now. It's just going down there and getting a bit of motivation and doing some exercises in the morning. So we're right next to IT Park. IT Park is very, very lively. It's like an American city, and they've got a food market. Food market goes every day, and they've got live music and sort of loads of places to pick out food. I'll probably do a video there at one stage. And loads and loads of restaurants. They've got a shopping centre here. They've got the transport hub. So you can go there. It's just over the road. You can get a bus to anywhere around the city from one place, and it all goes back to the same place. So there's lots of little adventures that can go on from here and come back. So it's really got everything you need. Hospitals are close, churches are close. So I'm back on the 12th floor, and every floor they've got like little seating area here, and floor-to-ceiling mirror windows with a wonderful view outside. So I'm going to take you inside. I might not do it now, but I'm going to do a little talk. Okay, it's good afternoon. I've done this 2 days after when I recorded the condo visit video. Had my birthday in between, and I've got a video of that as well. I'll put that up. But before I do that, I want to do as I promised, explain the difference, in my opinion. Now, I'm not an expert on this. This is my opinion. The difference between living here and Vietnam, although I haven't lived in Vietnam, and how can you say I've lived here? I've been here close on a year. So, first of all, I'll kick into the first subject, which is the people. People in Vietnam are a bit more hard than they are here. I'm not saying that they're not friendly. I've met some fantastic people there. But they're more serious about life. They take it a bit more seriously. Like you can't just hail down a bus wherever you are. It's got to be by a bus stop. And generally, people, because of the language is different, you've got to get out your phone. You've got to get out Google Translate for a lot of conversations. But there were a fair amount of people I met who spoke really good English. And I was happy to have a conversation. I think they were probably trying to practice their English or whatever. But you've got to remember, English isn't even the second language in Vietnam, so it's not widespread. But there is, I would say, there's a big middle class, much bigger middle class there. People can afford to go out for food with their families a lot more than they can here. There is begging, but there's not so much. There's just it seems to be a nicer, as far as the infrastructure is concerned. The roads are nicer. The actual pavement's nicer. You can walk along, and it's a bit more organised. Having said that, and if you want to cross the road, and you're not, or it doesn't matter if you buy it, the zebra crossing is a waste of paint as far as I can see. Especially in Vietnam. Now, I've noticed the difference that here they stop for you. In Vietnam, whoa! One day I was forced to cross a 6-lane highway, and it was hectic. The amount of motorbikes there makes this place look like Toy Town. It's like, especially in the rush hour, it's like buzz of bees everywhere, and they don't stop. They don't stop. They'll swerve around you at best. So you've really taken your life into your own hands when you're crossing roads. So I tried as much as possible to go on overheads in the city, but you can't do that everywhere. So I noticed that people do stop a lot more here, although it's still not the done thing really. Population there is a lot less than here. I think the religion there is probably Buddhist, or I haven't looked into this, but this is coming off at the top of my head, so I haven't done research for this. But I'll put it down. Dressing there, the girls there are, not that I notice girls, but the dress there is much more a formal. The formal dress there for women is a long dress with a long slit down either side. There's no set colour, I don't think. And a lot of the women dress like that. And most of the girls were dressed in hoodies. They're dressed in hoodies, and they were rode bikes, so you couldn't even really see them. A lot of the times the hoods were up. So I would say the girls here are much more, dressed a lot more provocatively. Provocatively, that's a long word. But nevertheless, obviously every country's got different styles. It's just what I noticed. Not that I noticed the girls that much. So what I like about a city is a park, and they were fantastic for parks. They organised. They put the trees. They cut the trees to shapes, and the grass was pristine. Not that you like walk on the grass, but there's paths in between them. And there were parks everywhere. You'll notice from some of my videos from Vietnam, I did a lot of videos in parks because I was so impressed, and there's not really anything like that. There's not much like that here. It's hard to keep a park here because you need water all the time. You need to water it. You need staff to cut the grass. You need to really maintain a garden. But there they were into maintaining their gardens, and really they did a good job of it. The weather, I found it was a bit. I'll move this in a bit. I found it was a bit cooler there. It wasn't as hot there, but it wasn't that much difference. It was only when I went to Dalat, which is the city which they say is cold, but I just found it not as hot. Let's put it that way. And currents. Let's get. I've got a few points here. Currency is a dong. There were 32,000 of those in £1. So you're using big money all the time. There's no coins. The smallest amount of dong is 1,000, and that's just like small change. Yeah, 32 of those make up £1. Like a bus fare was a normal bus fare was about 8,000 dong. It was fairly a bit cheaper than here. I wouldn't say there was a massive difference, but I went into I've done a hotel video where I went in a beachfront hotel, and there's a beautiful hotel overlooking the sea, and it was they wanted for about £300 a month. So it's supermarkets were not much difference to here. Obviously, products are a bit different. But about the same. There's no massive I didn't come across a massive supermarket. Most of those were Win. Win was the brand of the supermarket there, and yeah, they were pretty good. And you could buy more or less everything you needed. Well, everything you needed. I only found one shopping centre, but I'm sure there's lots more when I was staying in Nha Trang. About the same as here. The shopping centres are really high-end centres. There'd be the same in any other country. There won't be difference. So expenses would probably work out a bit cheaper in Vietnam. I would say my ideal life would be to spend half a year in the Trang, where you've got the beach, where you've got big city infrastructure, and a very lively place, and then the other half a year go up to Dalat, or just 6 months or something. I mean 3 months or something, just to escape the really hot months, which might be January, February, March, and stay in Dalat, because both of those towns were really lovely, and going from one to the other was a pleasure. So getting around there was really good. The public transport in the towns, I probably went on about 4 or 5 buses, but the overland buses were fantastic. I did a video from the bus, or I started the video on the bus, which has upstairs and down, well, not upstairs and downstairs, it's like double bed, like a bed on top of like bunk beds really. It's not a full stretch out bed, but you can lie down there and put your legs into a cubby hole where your shoes go. You're not allowed to wear shoes on the bus, so they give you a bag for your shoes, and when you get out of the bus for a break time, they usually got shoes like just normal flip-flops waiting there for you, so you can get out and go and do your things and put the flip-flops back into the box. Safety, I feel safe here, and I felt safe there. In Vietnam, I went into one area. Well, I've got this tendency to go off and walk and just, I'll take a different route back. And then one of these, and I've done that, and I've got into trouble doing that. But when you get into trouble, it's not always trouble. Sometimes it is really good to do that and find out some surprises. So one day I did that where was it? I think it was in Dalat. I went through a really poor area of Vietnam by it's a river bit. It was like a sewage. It smelt a bit. The houses there were still pretty good houses. The people lived in Vietnam a lot of a way higher standard than they live here for poor people. So, but in general, I sort of miss the people here because of the English, and because they're such fun people, and because they like a laugh, and in general, you can mix with people much easier here. You get to situations here where you can. I was in a McDonald's the other day, and there was just these guys from the army, and we connected where the food came. I was only in there for an ice cream. We connected where you collected the food, and then they invited me to join them, and they asked me all sorts of questions. So here they'll always ask, "Where's your wife? Have you got a girlfriend? Are you married?" I don't know. They don't ask that and say, "Well, I've got a girlfriend for you," but this is the men will generally ask you, "Are you married? Have you got a girlfriend?" Sometimes they I suppose if you carry the conversation on, they'll have someone for you. But sometimes they'll say, "Oh, yeah, I don't know why the men are so interested in why you got a girl, if you're married or you've got a girlfriend." But in Vietnam, no one asks you that. Very rarely see a Vietnamese girl with a foreigner, whereas here it's a very common thing. So in that way, it'd probably be more difficult to meet people. I found the Trang was the only, more or less 90% of the foreign people in the Trang were Russians. I was told, I might be wrong, I was told it was two reasons. There was a direct flight from Russia to there, and they don't want to fight in the army, the army age guys, and a lot of them are actually living in Vietnam. So you'll see a lot of signages in Russian and Vietnamese, and if people come up to you, they assume you're Russian, so they'll do a Google thing on language, and then it'll come up as Russian. So it would probably be a bit more hard to meet English. The Russians were, I wouldn't say they're the friendliest people on earth. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to get in trouble with my Russian viewer. Right, so I'll get down to visas, because I don't know that much about this. So I remember one person asked me in the questions, "Oh, well, are you the expert on this?" And I keep saying, "No, I'm not the expert." Well, I said to him, "I'm not an expert. I'm an expat." So I'm not the expert. I'm giving you my experiences and what happened to me, and just my general thoughts on these things. I haven't been to Vietnam as long to judge it fully, so I can talk more about here, but I'm definitely not an expert. So visas for here, you get a visa. You get a 1 month visa when you come in, and you just keep renewing it and renewing it and renewing it. I think you can do that for 3 years. Then, as far as I know, you go out of the country for a day or more than 24 hours anyway. Come back into the country and start doing the same thing again. But I haven't been here 3 years. I've got no, and my visa now starts again because I went out to the UK. And I'm probably going to visit my daughter in America in June, July. So it'll be the same thing. You go out of the country, you come back, and the whole thing starts again for 3 years. So you just renew it every 2 months, and you give them money, and they seem to be happy with that. They don't stamp your passport; they just give you a paper. So at the end of the time you're staying here, you've got loads of piles of paper you're taking to the visa. Well, I suppose you could give them take your latest one. So in Vietnam it was different. For British people, you can get a 45-day visa. I was travelling under an Irish passport, and I had to apply for a visa, which you'll see that I'm not going to go over that story again. I've done a video about that. So, but I know what to do next time. But what I'd like to do is go back to Vietnam and to fly to Hanoi, and then do Da Nang, and Hoi An is supposed to be lovely, Hulong Bay, and all the places up in the north, and just compare it. So I'd like to do that within a year, hopefully. So I'm settled here back in Cebu. I'm quite happy not travelling for a little while, and I'll probably stay here at least in this condo for at least till the end of January. See how I feel by the end of January, and then carry on travelling, carry on making new. I'll make new videos. But look, I haven't got many followers. I'm more or less making them for myself. But I'll carry on making new ones. It saves the storage on the phone or on the GoPro. What else? No, I think that's about all I've got. I'm just looking at all the points I put down. Yeah, that's it. It's really there's not much difference. I think as far as meeting people, this would be the better place. It won't be much difference between both of them. It's just the English language does make a big difference. Not being able to speak to people in general makes a massive difference in the place you want to live in. So, with that in mind, please put some comments down. Even if you're saying sorry it was rubbish, I'll read it and wipe it out. But I'd like some sort of reaction because I don't know where I'm going with these. I don't know where I'm going really. I'm just making them. That's all. So I'm gonna. We had a lovely day yesterday at J Park. I'm gonna put that down as well after this, and I might. There is another Vietnam video in the can, so we'll see if we can do that one. So I hope you got a bit of information about this, and if you need to know a bit more, please just ask me in the comments. I will see you soon. Cheers.